Table side in Madrid, Spain at the Arnodl Classic Europe. We are in the bantamweight division and the elf, Ted Wilson, is back in the Super Series. From Estelle Cumbria, 5'7" and 70 kilos of venom. This man is the multiple British national champion and European bronze medalist. His opponent is making his return to arm wrestling and to the Super Series. The visionary Villar is a legend of world arm wrestling. This man is the local boy at 5'8" and 70 kilos, the 5-time champion of the world.
Before we get things underway, let's have a little look at some of the important rules of the sport. The athletes have 1 minute to get a fair grip. Their elbows must remain on the 7x7 elbow pad throughout the round. The referee can award a running foul during the match. It's a little bit like playing an advantage in soccer. And an athlete on a running foul must win the pin in order to get the restart. 2 consecutive fouls by any athlete loses them the round.
My name is Ted Wilson from the UK and I'm here to pull Villar.
My name is Villar. I'm from Spain. I started arm wrestling in 1995 when I had 16 years old.
It's a huge thing for me. Just to be up at the table with Lorenzo, it means a lot. You know, the guy's a legend, literally, and I don't mean that light-hearted. The guy has pulled everyone. He's, you know, world champion. He's been there, he's done it, and he's a very, very tough opponent.
My second opponent from England, Ted Wilson, is very strong. He have many years of experience.
Like I've said before, if it stops, my hand and wrist is very, very strong, and I'm definitely in the match if it stops. I think my stamina is very, very good at the moment, and my confidence is high, so it could be interesting, very, very interesting.
Ted the Elf Wilson stands at the gateway of opportunity here at the Arnodl Classic Europe in Madrid, Spain.
Come on, fire.
He knows what he faces. And it is a legend of world arm wrestling and a gentleman, if ever there was one, the visionary. Villar is massively respected in this sport. And rightly so, he has earned every ounce of that respect, a multiple European and world champion.
Shoulders in, fellas.
He's had an absence from the sport. He's returning after injury. Whoa! And he's returned in style. Villar with a massive win. Ted Wilson, shell shot there, couldn't get anything on in the start. Top roll from the master.
On the first match, my God, was he fast. All over my hand and wrist. But like I say, if I could set that wrist in, my hand and wrist is very, very strong.
What a start for Villar. What a nightmare for Ted the Elf Wilson. Looks shell-shocked.
Yeah, I don't know what the
doing. Needs to be confident, questioning his technique there. He needs to get the power down, and does so this time. Now this is more interesting. Wilson so strong in there. Big drive from Villar. Look at the technical position, the body shaping of the Spaniard is absolutely perfect. Wilson works for position. Wilson is a grinder, he's got massive power, and his confidence will start to go up as he applies that back pressure. Huge levers for a bantamweight, massive forearm, hand and wrist strength. Refuses to go top roll, told by members of his team there. Reverse that hand. I'm not running, says Wilson, and that's why. He's got the power and he levels the score. It is on in Spain. Look at that on the replay. Ted Wilson levels the score on raw grunt and determination. So much power, this Englishman. He is an evolving sports hero. This fella has got it all. Levers, power.
Keep adjusting the back pressure, and you could tell him he like weakening. He don't like it.
Villar shaking the arm furiously, and the biggest weapon that Wilson has is experience over 6 rounds, and in this format, and that could be the difference here. If Wilson can draw him into the long grass, the deep water, Villar will tire. He's not as used to the pro format. A legend of the sport over the main draw tournament format and Arm War Super Series is very different. 6 tests you hard. And Villar, you can see signs of his hand and wrist buckling now. His fingers are curled up. And Ted Wilson, noses in front. Look at that on the replay. Most importantly, look at the hand position of Lorenzo Villar. He can't keep his fingers flat, and that is a very, very ominous sign for the Spaniard. He looks to the roof, his arm will be inflated at this stage.
Rub it down, hand forearm, hand forearm.
Wilson has pedigree in battles.
Baiting me like shit. Baiting like
Échame de eso.
Enormous experience from both men, but the format experience is with the man in the pink shirt. It's looking good for the Englishman.
Both of you, straighten them out.
Lorenzo Villar has many tricks in his bag.
Just a touch more. Stay
there. Produce one now to get him back in this match. Or is it going to be Ted Wilson's day? Wilson is wrestling so intelligently. He hits for the massive sideways drive and then reverses it. He's exposed the wrist and he knows it. Oh, masterclass.
Top roll somewhere.
Ted Wilson is on fire in Madrid, Spain. Look at this. Big reversing top roll, swept wide open, Andreas Rundstrom style. And he celebrates to his team. There shouts into the crowd, yes, as he feels the Spaniard's wrist bust back.
I've been looking for that all day. Oh yeah. School of top, baby.
Team Great Britain were screaming at Wilson there. Top roll, use your top roll. He's been hooking throughout the weekend. And he drove to the side off the start and then instantly hit that reversal. And it confused his Spanish opponent. Lorenzo Villar was not ready for that reversal. He's thrown it in at perfect time, Wilson. He goes back to the hook for this one, though, and he hits it hard. Now, this is the signature technique of the Elf. Loves the power, loves to grind it out. Lorenzo Villar's arm strength clearly evident there. He's hanging on to this, but he's fatigued. And this is a difficult day for the visionary. Shaking there as he tries to hang on to the attacking Englishman. The Elf is driven to the back of the pad. There's a sweep and it's a big one. It's all over. And the Elf is at 4. He will win here in Madrid. What a weekend for the young Englishman, Ted the Elf Wilson. What a victory that is for him. What a scalp. What a time to get a match with Lorenzo Villar. A place to get it.
Old school wins. Old school. Bah.
You feel for Lorenzo Villar, super talented, but maybe the lack of experience over this format is not allowing him to show his best. It won't be the last we see of this young man, however.
Both of you carving in. Straighten out your wrists. Got to go across the Ted just a touch more.
It's fair to say Villar can take a knock on that career. He's had an incredible run of accolades, but Ted Wilson, it's clearly fatigue in the hand and wrist of Villar.
This baby.
Look at that on the replay. Didn't contest that one too hard. As soon as he felt his hand and wrist go, sits up. Ted Wilson starts to celebrate. Villar concedes, and it's a win for the Englishman here at the Arnold Classic Europe.
What's up now? That it? Gone. Job done. Home time.